no way she would kill someone. There has to be some secret here. Something that has to do with the mastermind's craft that Kyoko mentioned.
Well, does no one have a rebuttal? Have you decided to accept her assertion as fact?
Well, it's not fact, but it needs to be said.
I see. So you still refuse to accept it. I suppose we have to admit that Kyoko didn't put the locker key in her room. That it was someone else.
But who else could it have been?
I mean, Byakuya had a room key, right?
You! What are you trying to imply?
But of course, I have an alibi. From nighttime on, I was with you guys the entire time. I couldn't possibly have killed anyone, or put the key in Kyoko's room.
Well, someone had to put the key in there.
There's only one other possibility I can think of. Someone could have had the key on them, then once they arrived at the scene, pretended to find it there.
You bastard.
It had to be Makoto, right?
I don't see any other option.
You came in with me. You was...
Wait a second! You've got it all wrong! Let's think about it one more time. There's gotta be a hidden side to this case.
Huh? A hidden side?
First of all, there's something off about this entire trial. You all see it, don't you?
That's a bet.
Mukuro, who we didn't even know existed, suddenly shows up dead. And then we're thrown into a trial. And Kyoko even said, it's a trap the mastermind set for us. So...
Okay, time's up!
Huh?
Time's up! Class trials all over! Everyone can stop talking now!
What? Time's up?
What do you mean time's up? There's no time's up. Since when have we...
It's because you were late, so we had to push back the start time.
That doesn't make any sense. It's only been 10 minutes.
So then, it's time for voting time, okay? Everyone, please vote using the lever in front of you!
Voting time?
Oh boy. Hey, now.
Now, who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one?
There's no wrong choice.
Hey, hold on! What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
Who is found guilty? Monica may vote. It is me. It's time to die, bitches! What? You think I'm the killer? Sorry, man.
Sorry.
Yeah, sorry. It's all your fault. Everyone, you're wrong. You got it all wrong. I didn't do it.
Yes, indeed.
Good job, everyone. Good job.
Yep.
Yeah, they got it right. No, I know that's not true. None of this makes any sense. This whole trial doesn't make any sense.
Hey!
It makes perfect sense.
Shing!
It's the same as always. It's just like every all the other class trials. I'm gonna end it the same way.
Thrills, chills, kills!
It's time for your heart-pounding, positively thrilling punishment. Wait, why do I... Kyoko.
I don't expect you to forgive me. I know this is all my fault.
Kyoko.
Let's give it everything we've got!
It's punishment time! You can't help but go with him for that. It's time to smash, 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 smash. You're gonna smash. You're gonna be smashed. I'm gonna smash you. Smash, 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 smash. Smash, smash, smash. I get smashed. Do you know what happens? That's not true. After school lesson. Also known as detention. That's not... Why are you showing me a picture of semen and eggs? That's just weird. Smashing! Hello! Alter ego! Time to save a life! Chills, chills, chills! You're not dying this time. Goodbye. It's just like, what? It was a trick. You're not dead. You won't die. You won't die. Huh? What's this? What's going on? Hey, what's that? Yeah, it had to be. Alter ego? Alter ego? Is this some stupid virus for that stupid guy? He must have planted it when he invaded my network. Damn it all to hell. I don't have to believe this.
It would seem...
Seems he finally made a miscalculation. No, you miscalculated from the very beginning.
What the heck?
What was that?
In other words...
What I'm saying is, you shouldn't have underestimated us. Why are you talking like you, Volume 1? I barely feel a thing. It was a pinch. An itch. That stupid virus is gone now. I got it, and so is Makoto. Maybe I didn't get to smash him flat, but you're never going to see him again. To waste time away in a garbage-strewn pit. In a way, that's an even better special punishment. But it's still not enough. I'm still not satisfied. I'm still going to bring despair to the rest of you. Bring despair to the entire world. Is he gone? Hey, Kyoko, what's the meaning of this? Just what the hell's going on?
Calm down.
It's okay, we're not the ones being trapped this time. Huh?
In other words...
Now it's the mastermind that's ensnared.
What did you say?
What are you talking about?
So...
You'll understand soon enough. Very soon indeed. It's time for the ultimate showdown! The massive high school towers over all the buildings in this bustling urban area. Oh. The massive high school towers over all the other buildings in this bustling urban area. I don't know why I thought it was like the high school's towers. It's the school stands. It's like the school stands at the center of the entire world. Hope's Peak Academy. It brings in top students from every field imaginable. A government-funded school of privilege. They say that if you come here and manage to graduate, you'll be set for life. With hundreds of years of tradition and sends the cream of the crop into the workforce every year. It was built to raise hope in the nation's future, which makes Hope's Peak a pretty fitting name. There are two things you need to attend this school. One, you have to have already be attending high school. Two, you have to be the very best at what you do. An ordinary student could enroll here. The only way in is if you were scouted by the school itself. I'm standing there at the gate at the ultimate school filled with ultimate students. Was me. Da 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 da. What? Where am I? I woke up with my head resting on top of a hard wooden desk. My body felt heavy. It wouldn't be weird for me to zonk off in the middle of some boring class or whatever, but what was I doing asleep just now? It wasn't the classroom I'd ever been in before. What the heck's going on? Welcome to hell. Finally, I could finally feel my mind and body starting to come back together again, and then I was awake. Or was this another dream? A dream inside a hopeless nightmare. No, this isn't a dream. I could tell because the stench invading my nostrils was too powerful for a dream. What an awful smell. I was in a vast cavern with the barest hint of light seeping in. Trash was piled high all across the area. This must be some kind of underground garbage pit. A heck of a situation to find myself in. But that was just the beginning of my problems. Was I going to be stuck in here until I wasted away and died? No, I can't let that happen. After what my good friend went through to save me, I remembered all too well what had happened. Alter Ego saved me, and he used the last bit of his strength to do it. So I can't give up now. For myself and for my friend. And with that, my pursuit of survival began. First up was I started looking for a way out. That's a rocket in a tank. Not think too much about what I'm seeing down here. What the? A strange sound pierced my silent isolation, turning me awake. As I watched piles of garbage jostled in the form of an odd shape. Did something fall down here? Something fell from above. What could it have been?
Just a second.
A giant piece of trash? Rude. Before she even emerged from the pile of garbage, I knew who it was. Kyoko.
It smells awful.
Yeah. Kyoko!
Indeed.
You look like you're doing better than I expected. What are you doing here?
So...
Isn't it obvious? I'm here to help you. I'm glad to hear that, Kyoko. You got a bit of garbage in your hair. She gave her head a quick, sharp shake to get rid of the trash, then faced me again.
Hey,
First, I have something for you. Go ahead and eat it. We can talk when you're finished. Thank you. Snatched up the bread and water that she was holding out for me. Within seconds, it was in my mouth and making its way toward my stomach. Whew, that really hit the spot. Now I've got all the energy I need to keep going. So you still haven't given up then? Of course not. After all, the fact that I can keep going forward is about as good all I'm good at. Well, that's not such a bad thing to be good at. But Kyoko, why'd you come to rescue me?
so...
To pay a debt, or no, to atone. Atone.
You...
During the trial, even though you knew I was lying, you didn't say anything. So you knew I knew.
Indeed.
She told you! But even though I knew, I did nothing to help you. I abandoned you. Don't say that, you didn't abandon me. No, that's exactly what I did. I abandoned you in order to save my own life. You were trying to save me, and I couldn't bring myself to do the same for you.
However...
But listen, not that I'm trying to make excuses, but there was a reason that I had to survive, no matter what the cost. Why did you have to survive?
It's true.
I'll tell you everything. The reason I have to survive
In other words...
is so that I can do what I came to the school to do. What? I made up my mind to come to Hope Speaking Academy for one very important reason. So you have some reason for coming to Hope Speak?
Indeed.
That's right, at least I did. Once. Till recently, I'd forgotten what that was. You forgot? But that's... I had no memory of it. Then it's really true. You lost your memory?
Makoto.
Do you remember, Mako? Do you remember the first thing that happened to each of us as soon as we arrived? First thing? You're talking about when we fainted, right? I fainted and then I woke up. I was trapped here.
That's right.
I fainted too, and when I woke up, I noticed a strange feeling of separation within myself. A disconnect.
It would seem...
Thinking back on it now, at that point my memory was gone. At that time, I'd forgotten. I couldn't remember why I'd come to this school, and I couldn't remember what my ultimate ability was. But what would make you forget all that?
Hey.
Strange, isn't it? It's hard to imagine it happened by chance. It seems much too convenient. Are you saying that you lost your memory because...
Indeed.
I don't think... I'm positive it was a work of the mastermind. They stole my memory. But why would they do that? There's only one reason I can come up with. Because of my purpose and my abilities, somehow they would interfere with the mastermind's plans. Does the mastermind just stole them from you?
However...
It could also mean somehow my memories may be connected to the mystery of the school and the mastermind, which is why I have to get them back. That's why I've been investigating things by myself this whole time. But if what you say is true, why didn't you just ask the rest of us for help?
Why is that?
If I did that and we all worked as one, the mastermind would have noticed right away. Plus, there's always the chance the mastermind is actually one of us. What?
Correct.
Well, don't make a big deal of it. Too big a deal of it. It's just a possibility. But since it is a possibility, you can't ignore it, right? The mastermind is one of us. If you believe that, then of course you couldn't trust anyone around here. In which case, it only makes sense she would look into her missing memory herself.
However...
That being said, there was a limit of what I could do by myself, which is why I asked you to help me. Why me? Because among everyone, you were least likely to be the mastermind. That was just intuition, but... Let's see. Your intuition was right, though. There's no way an ordinary kid like me could have been the mastermind.
I should... It's
just like the dream I had. Why did that just happen?
Listen.
Are you okay? Oh yeah, it's nothing. It's nothing, right?
Hey.
Even now, I still trust you, you know? It's just not used to relying on others.
Correct.
I know I never asked you to help it the right way, so I understand if you're not convinced. Honestly, I was convinced. I think that's just her personality. You said you had a reason for doing all the investigation on your own. So how did that turn out? Were you able to remember anything?
So...
I think there's a lot I still don't remember. But at the very least, I was finally able to recall my purpose and my ability. You mentioned your ability. My ability, what everyone shouldn't have known me for. I'm the ultimate detective. Ultimate detective?
Correct.
And the reason I came to Hope's Peak Academy, there was some at the time.
So...
Well, it was the headmaster. The headmaster? Why did you want to find him? Because he's my father. What?
In other words...
I was separated from him as a child. As it turns out, he became the headmaster of Hope's Peak. Kyoko's dad was Hope's Peak and headmaster? And that explains when Alter Ego told us about he thought the headmaster was involved.
No matter what...
My memory hadn't come back at that point, but when he said it, I feel strange. Makes perfect sense now, of course, since my whole purpose for coming here was to find them. And that makes sense.
However...
But listen, Makoto, I want to make this perfectly clear so there's no misunderstanding. I said the headmaster wasn't the mastermind, but I didn't say that to protect him. I only said what I felt based on what I'd seen when I snuck into the headmaster's room. Then what did you see in there?
So...
The room had been ransacked. The shelves were a mess and the desk doors were dumped on the floor. The only conclusion is that someone who didn't know where anything was had been in there.
It's true. Indeed. Correct. However... So... However... Anyway... Indeed. Correct. That's right. In other words... Hey.
You have become the victim?
Indeed.
You know what I'm talking about, right? You mean that night? During the night? I can hear them now. Footsteps of the god of death. What? I can hear the god of death as he moves. The ability naturally draws me into cases just like this.
Anyway...
This is exactly what happened with you. I was in the dorms and I suddenly felt a sense of dread. I looked down the stairwell. I saw a white shadow cross the corridor. I gave chase right away. As I followed it, I saw the shadow go into the room.
Correct.
I went into your room and saw what was happening. I intervened immediately, of course.
However...
that wasn't the end of things, of course. It stopped them, but that was me. Whoever the master assailant was, they ended up dead.
Correct.
And their murder was disguised, and the dojo key wound up in my room. It had to be a work of the mastermind.
Indeed. Correct. In other words, Makoto.
Ultimate despair? It's not doubt that Mukuro was the ultimate despair, and that's she said. I don't think the ultimate despair is just one person. It's not.
Indeed.
If you think about it, the ultimate despair seems to be implicated to cause the event.
That's right.
What happened a year ago? Biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history.
It would seem...
That despicable group whose only purpose of and motivation comes from despair. Then there, make no mistake, they're the root of an evil that has all the evil that has caused us to go through this. That is the ultimate despair, and that is our real enemy. The end is nigh. To be continued. Dream Island Rocket. 5 alive. The irony of that is there are 6. Ultimate despair. A group of people who caused the tragedy a year ago. Those same people put together this killing game and began broadcasting it around the world. The most really awful group of people ever. That's the mastermind's true identity. Our enemy has finally been revealed. Right now.
Anyway.
Now we have to get out of this terrible place. Figuring out the rest of the story can come after. Yeah, you're right.
Indeed. That's right. It's true. Indeed.
Freedom. Ultimate pain, ultimate suffering, ultimate despair, ultimate execution, ultimate death. After leaving the garbage pit, we found ourselves in a tunnel extending straight up like a chimney. There was a metal ladder leading up the tunnel. We started climbing the ladder, intent on reaching the surface. The ladder was impossibly long. I couldn't see where it ended. What are those? Those boots are awesome. I climbed into darkness. The passage was so dark and cramped, I couldn't even see my own feet beneath me. I had no idea we were so far down.
Hey.
Tripping up. Don't lose your footing. If you slip, I won't be able to catch you. Yeah, I'll be careful. Now that you said that, I'm getting kind of nervous. Maybe talking will help keep my mind off it. Kyoko, there's something I wanted to ask you. You said you're the ultimate detective, right? So how long have you been doing detective work? How long?
So...
Ever since I can remember. I come from a long line of detectives. Detective work is in my blood. There was a time when being a detective was considered a sacred duty. My family's always seen it that way. Then is your family famous?
Wrong.
Quite the opposite, actually. Even among actual detectives, many people haven't heard of us. Huh? But how come? It's like your family tradition, right? So...
Right.
Because we take pride in it. Pride.
Indeed.
A detective is neither light nor shadow. We represent neither justice nor evil. This is how we can uncover the absolute truth. We stay neutral in all things, and to do that, we have to stand separate from the rest of society. Which is why we made a conscious effort to conceal our existence. A conscious effort.
It's true.
It's kind of old-fashioned, and I can't say it's entirely rational. But it's our family creed, and we do what we must to protect it. Because, like I said, it's a source of pride. That explains. Before I came here, when I was looking up info on school online, I never saw anything about her. Because she hid herself on purpose to protect the pride of her family.
However...
And yet, I gave up some of that pride. Huh? In order to enter Hope Peak, I had to reveal myself. I did it knowing that it was something a true Kirigiri detective would never do. The reason you gave up that pride, the reason you would go so far to enter Hope Peak, was because that's how much you wanted to reconnect with your dad, right? There's no shame in that.
What?
Reconnect? I had absolutely no desire to reconnect with him. Huh? But you'd be reuniting after all these years, right? You would have had so much to talk about.
Wrong.
There's nothing I want to talk to my father about.
However...
There is something I want to say to him, though. What? No matter what it takes, I have to find him and tell him face to face. What is it?
So...
I want to sever all ties with him. Sever. Last time I saw him, I was still very young. So I don't remember myself, but apparently he was extremely intelligent. He was in line to become the next head of the Kirigiri family. He was talented, he had a promising future.
However...
But he had no interest in detective work. So he cut himself from the family. Not long after that, my mother died, and he simply ran away. He went to my grandfather, and they had a big argument, and young as I was, he left me behind. I'm sure there's a reason for that. I'm sure your dad wanted to take you with him.
Right.
If that's true, then I need to thank him. Thank him for leaving me. Because unlike him, I take pride in the work I do. I take pride in my family name. So every last part of me is happy he didn't take me with him. If I'd gone with him, I would never have had a chance to become a detective. I was above Kyoko on the ladder, so I wasn't able to see her expression. So I couldn't tell how she looked when she said that, what she might have been feeling. All I could tell is that compared to her usual self, she was more talkative and more emotional. I don't blame him, you know. He had his own life to live. That's what anyone in my position might say, right? But it's not true.
However...
But there's one thing I can never forgive. Really?
So...
The way everyone else looked at me. I was never sad about being left behind. Like I said, I think it was a good thing.
However...
But when the rest of my family looked at me, they saw something different. They only saw me as a little girl that had been abandoned by her father. That's how they see me, even to this day. His shadow has been following me in my entire life, and I'm sick of it. I need him out of my life.
Correct.
That's why I have to find him and tell him we're no longer family, in order to sell the past, in order to remove him from my life forever. I have no doubt he forgot about me years ago. But your family, to just come on like that.
Wrong.
Our only connection is through blood, nothing more. And are we connected by heart and soul? No.
Hey,
Is blood really enough to call someone family?
indeed. That's right. Whew. Listen. So then, in other words, however, because so right. Indeed. Shall we go?
Let us find out the truth. The undeniable, unthinkable truth.
Well now.
Hey! Kyoko, I don't mind so much. But Makoto's supposed to be dead. What's he doing here? That's exactly how I thought he'd react. Are we really gonna be okay? We're supposed to be punished. Kyoko, help you!
What?
What if I did? What will you do? The guilty party is exposed during the class trial. They alone will be executed. It's unfortunate, but it is the rule. So now I gotta punish you again, and this time I won't leave anything to chance. Kyoko,
Right.
do whatever you feel. Yeah. What?
However...
But before you do, let me just say one thing.
No.
If you execute Makoto, that means you lose. Not that matters to you, right? Huh? I lose?
Hey!
You! Explain yourself. What do you mean by that?
Because...
Well, you set up this latest class trial for yourself, right? I was getting in your way, so you wanted an excuse to kill me.
In other words...
I was supposed to be chosen as blackened and then executed, right? Hey, what are you talking about?
However...
But when Makoto chose to overlook my lie, your plan came crashing down. The results of the trial weren't at all what you were expecting. Because you never imagined that in that position, one person would protect another like that.
Right.
And in response to that unexpected development,
Indeed.
you reacted by proclaiming Makoto the Black and then trying to execute him. You made the choice out of desperation. No more than that. You must have realized that Makoto, who refused to be manipulated, was a threat to you as well.
However...
But then there's another unexpected development waiting for you. Wednesday that would throw a wrench, so to speak, in your precious execution machinery, alter ego. You never imagined the possibility of being a being that could come to our aid after you kill it.
Am I wrong?
Now here's the absolute truth. Makoto didn't kill Moguro, you did.
Listen to me.
So executing Makoto for it would surely be a violation of your rules, which I know you love so much. If the blackened is exposed, they alone will be executed. That's what you told us, right? That means I lose. It's a big game. You're saying the blackened is me, not Makoto.
Well?
You can prove this, right?
Well...
No, I can't. Don't say it like that. What is this, a comedy routine? You make such a bold claim without a shred of evidence.
That doesn't matter.
I don't have any right now, but with a little more time, I can guarantee some.
That's right.
Because no matter how deeply you try to bury it, there's only one absolute truth. And now you're trying to talk like some kind of famous detective type.
Because...
If Makoto really was the killer, he never would have come to you willingly like this. He would have feared his own life. Feared another execution. He would have tried to run and hide. He would have been gripped by the despair he loves to inspire.
However...
But here we are, confronting you with nothing but hope in our hearts.
What the heck?
That's supposed to be enough to convince me in the absence of evidence.
Indeed.
It's not you who I'm trying to convince.
Hey.
If you were to execute Makoto now, everyone out there watching this would be extremely displeased. Huh?
Indeed.
Imagine what everyone out there would think if you killed Makoto. They would assume that you killed him because we said they would. What we said is exactly right.
Listen to me.
Despair can never kill hope.
Hey.
Of course you can say that we were making this all up. You're welcome to prove us wrong. No, you have no choice but to prove it. Because if you kill Makoto without proving your own innocence, you'll be accepting your own defeat. If you want to earn our despair fair and square,
That's what we have to do.
I suggest you take my advice. So what is this advice of yours?
It's true.
To do Makoto's trial over again. Only this time you follow those school's regulations and ensure a fair trial.
It's time for one last showdown. One final battle between hope and despair. Hey.
Well, that would make a proper climax when you say fair trial. I'm not sure that. In other words, this would give a chance to expose the true identity of Makoto's killer, of the mastermind themselves. But what reason would the mastermind accept that challenge? They'll probably just execute me without another word. Interesting.
Barrett!
Very interesting indeed. Barry.
What's wrong?
Oh, I was getting bored, so I decided to change things up a little. So time for bear jokes. Now that what you've suggested might be plausible. it would certainly make for one honey of a climax.
In other words,
Does that mean you accept?
You guys!
If we do things your way, and that'll be enough to convince you and the viewers, right? And it would cause you unbearable despair, right? Then I'm prepared to agree to your terms. Will your hope win out, or will my despair claim victory?
I can barely
Let's have
contain
one
myself.
finally grisly showdown.